King's Raid is one of the best RPGs on mobile devices, Stix. You totally have to try it out. I know, I do. And you know what? I actually did, albeit briefly at the beginning of this channel's life. But you know what? It's 2020, and we have actually grown a lot since then. So yeah, let's take a look. So we begin King's Raid with an introduction to the history of the kingdom, of the world. There were bad guys and the good guys grouped together to defeat the bad guys, and then we all lived happily ever after. Now we play as one of the good guys, Cassel, I'm not really sure, and together with his childhood promised waifu, Frey, we set out to save the world once again. Along the way, we meet a variety of other characters as part of the story and are capable of recruiting additional characters via normal means in a game like this. However, as there seems to be a sort of main cast of characters, I opted to stick with the original 4 heroes as opposed to swapping any out, even if I could potentially have lived out my dream of a babelicious waifu harem. Don't judge me, guys. I know, I failed you. I did. I'm sorry. I won't let this happen again. These characters and all subsequent heroes begin with the base form and are advanceable several times over into much more powerful units. This becomes accessible at level 10, then again at level 25, and since I only made it to like level 40 something by the time I stopped recording, I'm unsure when the next advancement becomes available. Yet the exponential growth that you receive after advancing them into a greater form makes them incomparable to a lower tier hero, literally doubling their stats after undergoing the transformation. This makes combat much easier, and there were instances where I genuinely needed stronger characters, and you know what, PvP was definitely not one of those instances. PvP was your typical, let your heroes auto-attack for 30 seconds against enemies either vastly more powerful than yourself or severely weaker than yourself. Although, you know, that was the introduction to PvP. I don't really know how PvP is gonna be like much further down the line in the game. The game itself has a very deep story. There was more than I could actually bear to read for a change. At a certain point, I had to actually opt to skip some scenes purely so I could get back into the bulk of the game. So if you're a fan of story like I am, then you'll probably love King's Raid. The story is the means with which you progress through the map and unlock both new features and new areas. The map itself is pretty much what you'd expect. It's an overworld map with battles and chapters to complete. You click to move to the next fight, and that's about all the interaction you get outside of the battles themselves. Combat is real time. Your heroes move horizontally and attack periodically along with the enemies, and when you have enough of your resource to use a skill, you go ahead and click your skill. This actually triggers a global cooldown on the skill and resets your resource, requiring you 8 seconds to use another ability. Special effects are pretty good overall here as well, and graphically, King's Raid is a fantastic looking game. Overall, this is definitely an RPG I can recommend if you're a fan of the mobile RPG genre, but the lack of being able to like move around and freely control and roam and explore kind of holds us back from being one of my favorite RPGs. But I mean, that's just my opinion, my impressions of the game right now. What do you guys think though? Is this something that you play, or is this something that you're interested in? Let me know down in the comments below and let's talk about it. Anyway guys, that is it for me. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you all next time.
Someday soon I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it. Ooh,